So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Class 4. Now, there's not going to be a lot of slides on this class. This is a very free-flowing, organic, very raw, and very real class. Because what I want to do is I want to help each and every one of us build and create a trading plan. Build and create a trading plan. That's exactly what I want to do. And in doing that, we can realistically break boundaries, break barriers, have breakthroughs. Whatever we want to accomplish, we can absolutely accomplish that. And this is the class that is that we're looking at right now, class number 4. And it's under the newbie section. I put it under the newbie section because a lot of traders go into trading. They don't know what a trading plan is. They don't know how to create one. They don't know how to make one. They pay money to make one, or they have, it's whatever. It's entirely free. And there's going to be no sales pitch after this class. I know some of you are expecting a sales pitch. There's not going to be one here. Don't worry about it. I'm teaching this class because I know how invaluable creating a trading class is. And I also want to make professional traders from around the world a respected, well-known profession, just like a lawyer, a doctor, a teacher, a police officer. I want people to know what professional traders are, how it works, and how it happens. Okay? That makes sense? Perfect. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to open up my trading plan, my personal trading plan again. I realized, and I'm going to be honest with you. I realized that I could sell this exact trading plan that I'm about to show you for $19, $20, $30, and I could probably sell it to a few thousand people. I could. I mean, I know it works because other people do it. It's not really what I'm about, though. Not my goal. Not my goal in life. Not really my aspirations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I think I'm going to minimize this. Should I minimize this or keep this open? I can't tell. Angie, can you hear me? Which one should I do? Should I leave this up or should I just make my pages document really big? What should I do? Or should I put a background on it? Do you know? Have any idea? I can't really make this much bigger.
I can see it.
All right, I think I'm gonna minimize this right now. We'll have a really cool picture in the background. Okay, so we're gonna do this.
That looks good.
All right, sweet, yeah. Who knows here how to surf? Anyone knows how to surf? Any surfing fans in the house? Yeah. Jeff says, start a bidding war. All right. Yeah, I like surfing.
Are you talking about your skimboarding, Jeremy?
Let's not bring that up, Angie, if it's possible. Can we stuff that down into the, so it doesn't exist? Alan to surf the web. That's great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is not going to be a super long class. I realize tonight's Thursday night football. Who wants to win, by the way? Cardinals or Rams? I think the Cardinals are going to win. Jess Hancock, on the Click webinar presentation that you're watching, if you go up right here where you see my arrow is pointing to, there should be an enhance screen button that you can click, and it will make it bigger for you. It'll make it much, much bigger. It'll go full screen for you. So there is a full screen application. There's a few of them in Click Webinar that you can click, and we'll make this full screen so you'll be able to see it. But of course, I'm going to read this to you. I'm going to read it out and let you see it and help it. You know what? I can also probably do this. Let me do this. Give me about 7 seconds. Oh gosh. Oh geez, what's happening? That is not working. Formats. I'm not a pages expert by any means. All right, there we go. How about that? Is that kind of helpful? Make it nice and big? Okay, better for you guys to read? There we go. All right. Pat says, wonderful. Sweet. Joel Francis says, nice. Yeah, I think the Cards are going to win tonight, Brad Johnson. I know you want the Rams. You're a Rams fan, being that you're in St. Louis, but sorry. I think the Cards are going to take this one home. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's talk about a trading plan. What is a trading plan? Well, most of us are here, over 100 of you. You're here because you are real-life traders, or you want to become a real-life professional trader. And maybe you found this video from YouTube, from my Facebook invite, from a Twitter invite, from LinkedIn, from an email, wherever you found this video, wherever you found this class, thank you so much for coming. I truly, truly appreciate it. And I want to be able to create a trading plan because so many people make it so mysterious. They make it so difficult. Actually, true story, about 4 hours ago, I was perusing the internet and I found a website that someone recommended me to look over, and I looked over it, and this guy had a trading plan video, and I was like, oh, cool. So I opened it, and it was 4 hours long, and the document was 16 pages. 16 pages. And I said to myself, wow. I also talked to a really good friend of mine about 4 months ago maybe, and he told me that his old trading plan used to be about 16 pages long as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the font is very, very, very big, but this trading plan, your trading plan should be about 1 page, and you should memorize it. I truly anticipate you guys all printing this out when we create this tonight and having it by your trading plan, by your desk, right in front of you. I'm going to get to the lovey stuff in just 1 second, okay? I'm going to get to that in just a little bit. The altruistic, loving, all that kind of good stuff in just a little bit. I wonder where my greed thing went. Where did my greed thing go? I'll get back to it in a second. So let's just talk market for a moment. I have a market rule in here, and this is a good market rule for a lot of you. Because for some reason, many traders that I know are always bearish. You're always looking for the head and shoulders pattern, or the double top, or the triple top, or something that's going to cause the market to free fall. You're always, always, always looking for that. I like to have one general market rule in my trading plan. And I'm not going to say, ladies and gentlemen, by any means that you have to copy what I'm about to tell you verbatim. This is my personal trading plan. I'm just simply sharing it with you, and I would like you to create your own, but you should have, number one in your trading plan, a market rule. And this is kind of a generic market rule. Okay, a generic market rule. And a generic market rule, Tim Trikes, is just something that says, in my opinion, hey, the market and the economy is supposed to go up and or sideways. Do not try to pick the market top. Don't always go and look for the trade that goes to $100 and is going to go to zero overnight. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about trying to pick the top. It's all about protection and risk mitigation. Here's a Jerremy Newsome quote you guys can write down. If you don't have money, you don't have money to trade. Okay? You got to protect it. Protect your money. Hold it, okay? It's all about protection. That, at the end of the day, that is what it is about. That's what it's about. So come up with a market rule. And a market rule truly is, what do stock markets generally do? What do they generally do? They generally go up over time. Okay, they do. I'm sorry. I'm all about bearish markets. I'm all about bearish trades. But ladies and gentlemen, the longest bearish market on record, do you guys know how long it was? And when I say bearish market, I mean a market that had continual lower lows and lower highs month after month. Month after month. Lower lows and lower highs. George says the 20s depression. You know how long that lasted? Like, as far as the stock market's concerned, about 2.5 to 3 years. Believe it or not. So the roaring 20s, yeah, the 30s, but about 2.5 to 3 years. Bear markets do not last that long. They just don't. Okay? If this happens, and even if this happens, the bull market will, okay, fine, it'll do this. And that's kind of what '08 was, right? This is '06. This is really 2002 to 2007-ish. And this was 2008, 2009, and then this was the bottom of 2009, and ever since then we've been going up. I'm sorry, but ever since 2009 we've been just on a roar, and so many people have been bearish, every single top. So don't try to pick the top. That's just a market rule. Now, what I want you to do for me, for my live students, if you're watching this as a recording on YouTube or wherever you're watching it, feel free to write this down on your personal notation device. Maybe it's a pad, maybe it's your computer. How many swing trades, how many trades did you take the last 30 days? Swing trade. So that means a trade that comprised of more than one day being in the trade. More than one day. How many did you take? All right, so the students writing in is I got, Angie, do we want to moderate this or do we want to keep it open? I'll let you make that call, but.
Well, I put it out there earlier that I would leave it open chat, and I warned everyone that everyone else could see what they typed here.
Got you.
So,
no
yeah,
worries.
I'm sort of, I don't know, a general poll. If there are people that object, I let them know how they could private message instead of general chat. So.
Sure. Oh, yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
This is fine. No worries. Perfect.
Okay.
High five, Angie. I just didn't know for sure. I just wanted to verify. So most of you, I'm actually really happy. I mean, most of the people who are here, a lot of us have, a personal connection with real life trading or with Angie or Johnny Garco or Brad Reed or maybe myself. And you guys have, gone through my trading education at some point in the world. And, we've talked on the phone or an email. And that's kind of why you guys are here. Less is more in trading. Less is more. My challenge to you is to create a maximum number of trades and do not go above that maximum. That's my challenge to you. Why? Because it creates discipline. Simple as that. It creates discipline. So this, Harry Anderson, is the amount of trades that you get into that actually triggers. It is live. So maximum for me is 6. And what I used to do as a trader, and I know some of you can relate to this, what I used to do is, I would have 12 trades or so open at a time, and it would kind of stress me out because I'd be back and forth, looking at everything. Every day I'd pull up the charts, the computer, the screens, the apps on my iPhone. I'd be looking at the market and all that kind of good stuff. And then I still wasn't really making a profit. I was kind of breaking even. I wasn't really doing that much. And so I said, man, you know what my problem is? My problem is I need to trade more. My problem is actually that I am not taking enough trades. So I took that from 24 and made it to 24 trades, from 12 to 24. Because I started oh my goodness, this is a ginormous amount of trades. Then I started getting even more stressed out, right? So I thought about overall, oh my gosh, this is too much, and I became stressed, so it's a cycle that people get in. A lot of people think, oh, if I'm not making money, that means I need to trade more, and I need to be more active. That's actually incorrect. Less is more in trading, and number one, it adds discipline in your trading plan to simply put the amount of swing trades in the calendar month and then put a number. In my opinion, I say less than 10. I say less than 10. True story. I really do. Gary Murphy, I'll let Angie or someone else answer that one. TR says on at one time. Yes, on at one time in a calendar month. So the reason I say less than 10 is I would actually come up with a number in your head right now. Most of you actually really did quite well the amount of trades you guys took last month, and I continue to encourage that. A few of them were a little high in my opinion, but overall, maximum amount of trades, less is more. And the reason I even give you a maximum is also because let's say all of these go wrong. What if all of these go wrong? What happens then? Well, if you only have a maximum of 6, you still didn't lose that more. You didn't lose that much. Right? You didn't really get destroyed. I mean, you had a manageable losing month if that occurred. You didn't get blown out the water. Did you lose your house? No. Did you lose your car? No. Is your shirt still on? Yes. So having a small number for a maximum amount of swing trades is a good thing, especially in this environment. The market's very, very volatile right now. So that's my recommendation to you, is in a trading plan, have a maximum amount of swing trades. And again, swing trades is how many a trade that lasts more than a day. You guys remember my class I talked about the length of trades. I also have a day trading plan. I will give you guys that specifically more when I go over day trading live, okay? Which I do. I will do that, by the way, with you guys here. Kenneth, I'm going to get to that. Risk value per trade. What the heck does this mean? Well, this is actually quite simple. This is what I was talking about in class 2. This is your risk mitigation. Risk mitigation. Risk value per trade, $600. That's mine. So do not copy this number verbatim, okay? Which is the third time I've used that class today. All right. Risk value per trade. This should be 2% of your account. 2% of your account is your risk value. That means how much are you willing to lose on any given trade. So, obviously, I actively trade a $30,000 account. So my risk value per trade is $600. So, ladies and gentlemen, how much money am I willing to lose on any given trade? 1 risk unit. If you do not have this in your trading plan, put it down right now. Incredibly important. Now, I'm not going to go over hugely this portion of my plan because, again, this is my personal plan. Bottom line, if you don't know what credit spreads are, don't worry about this part. If you do know what credit spreads are, I will teach you guys live a credit spread class very, very soon. And in my opinion, when I'm doing a credit spread, when it says spreads can be taken with 9 check marks or more, what that means is in order for me to take a credit spread, I have to look at it and go, yes, 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 and yes. I have to have 9 reasons why I took that trade. 9 of them. Do you guys want to type in a 1 if you want to see my last credit spread that I took and my 9 check marks for it? Okay. So again, I know some of you know credit spreads. Some of you watching this might not know credit spreads. But I'm going to go through. This is the only one that I have at the moment on, and I'm going to go show it to you right now. It's Google. And here's the really, really good news for this trade. You guys, this is exciting news for me. With this trade, I have 1 week left on the trade. And if this trade expires worthless, I'm going to use those proceeds to pay off my Capital One credit card. Because I've been working very, very hard to get out of credit card debt. Because a few things have been coming up recently. And I'll use this to pay off my credit card debt. So I've paid off, I have 3 total, and I paid off 2 of them. And I've been grinding that out for the last year. Grinding that out. Again, guys, this is what the name of the company is, Real Life Trading. I'm not going to hide anything from you. I had some very, very interesting learning curves growing up. So overall, it doesn't matter. If this thing expires worthless, which it very, very well likely will, everything would be just fine. So this is an image of Google. Here's the Google charts, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, and again, this is a noob section, so feel free to tell me, this 569 price currently, is that a support or resistance? Yep, that is a resistance. Resistance because the stock is below it. Stock is below it. So since the stock is below it, the 569 price is a resistance. So here's what I did. Here was my 9 check marks on Google. First and foremost, this is a candlestick pattern, which I teach in the intermediate section. And it's called an evening star reversal. It's one of my favorite candlestick patterns. That's check mark number 1. An evening star reversal pattern at a resistance. Okay? So I'll put all my check marks over here. That's 1 check mark. Check mark number 2, it's failing resistance. Well, that seems simple enough, but yeah, it is. That's a check mark. That is a good check mark. Number 3 check mark was this little formation right here. I like to refer to this as kind of like a double top-ish type of pattern. It's making a lower low and a lower high. It's obviously more bearish than bullish, and so I said to myself, that is my 3rd check mark. Check mark number 4, the long-term moving averages, the stock was below them, which means that's more bearish than bullish on the long-term picture. And my spread was above the long-term moving averages. So that's check mark number 4. Because the long-term moving averages are acting as a resistance, holding the stock down. Check mark number 5. The exponential moving averages. Notice this little green line is the 50 exponential. Ladies and gentlemen, did we fail the exponential moving average right there? Yes or no? And the answer is yes. So I'd like to introduce you to check mark number 5. So I had 4 more to go. So from here, what I did was I kind of started going to the oscillators. So oscillators, and we'll teach you a little bit more about this, but I kind of like stochastics in a sideways market. Google is going sideways, and stochastics rolled over at the top. Boom, that's check mark number 6. Check mark number 6. Check mark number 7. Let me come over here, and I'm going to come to MACD. MACD below the 0 line, that says that we're in a bearish trend. That's check mark number 7. So at this point, we have 2 check marks to go for me personally before I get into this trade. Bollinger Bands was very fascinating to me. Ladies and gentlemen, did we get into the top Bollinger Band, yes or no? And the answer is no. That's check mark number 8. The fact that we did not get into the top Bollinger Band shows a little bit of weakness. And finally, the last check mark, the 9th check mark to get me into this trade was I did a, 575, 580. So 575, 580 bear call spread. And I did it on this day right here. And I got on that particular trade 15% return for less than 4 weeks of time. That to me is my 9th check mark. And that was it. So it was a good return, which I say a good return is above 10% and less than 20%. So if we're somewhere in that range and we're less than 4 weeks of time, I think it's a good trade. 20% on a credit spread sometimes can be a little too much, yeah. Because if you're getting 20% on a credit spread, sometimes it can be like, something's a little wrong here, maybe. Maybe something's a little off. But all that I have to do now, the only thing that has to happen on Google is Google has to stay below 575. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll make 15% return on my investment in 4 weeks. That's pretty good, right? Jim, I sold the 575 and I bought the 580, making it a bear call spread. Yeah, so I thought it was pretty solid. So the only thing that has to happen is, stock stays down here. And if it stays down here, I pay off another credit card and I'm smiling. I'm smiling. So you guys don't have to tell me in here who still has credit card debt. I know some of you are a little bit farther along in life than I am, and a lot of you do not have credit card debt. But for those of you who do, real life trading, guys, truly is about real life. I understand that there is life to trading. There are things that happen, right, to some people either in the early part of their life or before they understand about trading and before they understand about money management and things of that nature. And that's what happened to me. You guys know I lost $107,316 at the age of 22. That's not a good start in trading. That's a pretty interesting, grind to get out of. But hey. Pat Kaufman said, there's so much freedom after you get out of credit card debt. Go for it. I love the freedom. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, that's the point, guys. I mean, you can lose money much quicker than you can make it, but real life trading, everyone you interact with, everyone that you talk to is going to be real. They're going to share their experiences in life. They're going to share their struggles, their trials, their tribulations, the walls that are in front of them. And when life hands you lemons, make lemonade, baby. Then turn around, add some special ingredient, upsell it, and make a profit off that bad boy. # Newsome Nugget. Right? And Bob, yep, I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you. Pat Kvek, ladies and gentlemen, just earned herself 1 frequent trader point. A frequent trader point is kind of like the same thing as a frequent flyer mile, but just a little different. Frequent trader point is gets earned when you, well, do what she just did. That's awesome. Make me laugh, come up with an awesome comment, have a great breakthrough. All frequent trader points are great. That was funny. When life hands you lemons, make lemonade, add some tequila, and then upcharge that beast. That's hilarious. All right. So, this is still good for those of you who might be trading credit spreads. And Chris, you might appreciate this. Maximum 20% of your account can be used for credit spreads. That's truth right there. That is a risk mitigation in of itself. That's risk mitigation in of itself. Take whatever account you have. If you have a $10,000 account, how much can you use for credit spreads, ladies and gentlemen? $2,000. Simple as that. I know $2,000 won't take you far away, but trust me on this one. Trust me on this one. You do not want to take all of your $10,000, put it on one credit spread, and then in one day, and it's gone. I've seen that happen more times than I can count. I've seen that happen more times than Criminal Mind episodes have I watched. And I've watched a lot of Criminal Mind episodes. Okay? Understand your risk tolerance, and if you do credit spreads, 20% or less. Now, this one is fun. You guys ready for this? All right, so a lot of you guys are kind of scratching your head on this one. Only one directional option trade per month. Huh? What? What do you say there, Charleston? What are you talking about? One directional option trade per month? This guy's crazy. What the heck does that mean? Well, I lost all of my money doing directional options. I realize how they work. I know exactly how to use them. I know exactly how to trade them. But I lost a lot of money doing directional options. So what I'm doing, and my goal, is to say, all right, I'm going to do one directional option trade per month, and the other 5 can be credit spreads, they can be put sales, they can be stock trades, they can be whatever they want, but only one directional option trade per month. Why? Why? Because it creates discipline. They're very volatile. Options have can have giant swings. And it helps create discipline. Because here's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't make money on directional option on 1 per month, do you think you can make money on 9 of them? Let's be honest. If you can't make money on 1 a month, can you make money on 9? The answer is no. So if you're doing 9 a month and you're not growing your account, then you should do less. Simple as that. I love you, but that's just the bottom line. And that's the bottom line. So directional option is buying a call or buying a put. And truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, this is mathematically the hardest trades to do. Mathematically, it's the hardest trades to do. Because options, they have things like theta, they have implied volatility, they have bid-ask spreads. If the stock doesn't go in the direction of your trade, you're going to lose. So believe it or not, I actually think it's less than 33%. I mean, 33% of the time, yes. If you buy a call and the stock goes up, you can make money. But if you buy a call with not that much time and the stock doesn't go up that far, you can actually lose money if you do not buy the right type of call option. So ironically enough, I'd actually think it's less than 33%. Which is good and bad, but the simple fact is the odds are not in your favor. I prefer trades when the odds are in your favor. Hunger Games style. May the odds be forever in your favor. I prefer to put the odds in my favor. So directional options, I love them. I'm actually in a directional option trade right now. I'm in BABA puts. And the other day, BABA fell pretty far, and the puts went up in value. I took out some of the profit on those puts, and I'm going to do things with them. I can't tell you because someone's listening that should not be listening because Christmas is coming up. You guys get the idea. But anyway, only one directional option trade per month. In 2015, I'm going to increase this to 2. And ladies and gentlemen, part of your trading plan is simply about creating discipline. Now, here is one of the hardest rules of any rule that I've ever created. It cost me a lot of money, but oh my Lanta, it has saved me so much money. I challenge you. This is a challenge from me to you. Do this rule for 3 months. For 3 months. And I bet you don't lose a lot of money. And when I say a lot of money, I mean probably almost zero. Do this over 3 months. And I really heavily doubt you lose almost any money. Crazy as that sounds, it sounds like the stock market. I mean, yeah, of course, you're going to lose on a trade. But over that 3-month time period, I would be shocked if you just blew out your entire account. I mean, you can't if you do your R ratios properly, right? But it's an incredibly, incredibly hard rule for me to follow, but I've got to follow it. I've got to follow it. Because so many things happen in 24 hours. So many things happen in 24 hours. Just yesterday, I looked at this exact trade on GoPro, and I told my students in the live day trading room that we have open at Real Life Trading that GoPro was insanely bearish at the close of the market. And I said, expect GoPro to retest and then free fall. There was a lot of money made today on GoPro from some students who took that trade bearish. I, however, was not one of them because I did not write the plan down. Everyone knows I wanted to go bearish, and in my head I said I wanted to go bearish, but I did not actually physically write it, which made me mad. It made me mad that I didn't write it down, but whatever. I wrote it down, and so that was yesterday, about 5 minutes before market close. So now I had to come up with another plan. Now the plan is on GoPro, right? We had a very nice bullish candle, and we wanted some bouncing. Just simply did not bounce, did not make a higher high. So now my expectation is for GoPro to do something like this and something like this. Maybe form a flag or a pennant pattern or something, and then I'll go bearish on it. But what this rule does, ladies and gentlemen, is it keeps you out of bad trades, and I promise it builds a level of discipline that you've never even experienced before. You've never experienced discipline in the market until you have watched a $7,000 trade just pass you by because you could not trade it because of your plan. You have not experienced discipline until you can just sit there and watch a trade that you have you know would work, just go in front of you, because you have to follow your plan. That, ladies and gentlemen, is called discipline. And it is important throughout all aspects of your life. All aspects. I mean, relationships, right? I mean, most of you are married or in a relationship. You can't just go wander off with someone else. That's called discipline. In the market, there are temptations every day to do something. But you can't do it if it's not part of your plan, because it's called discipline. We've got to be disciplined. All right? That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Simple as that. So if you have discipline and you force yourself to be disciplined, you can become profitable. Because when you're consistent, ladies and gentlemen, you become disciplined. And when you're disciplined in the market, you become profitable. I challenge you to write this rule down in your plan and do it. That's just a challenge that I have to you. I'm not saying you have to, because I know it's a very, very hard rule to follow. But so far, ever since I've created that plan and that rule, I'm a very impulsive guy by nature. You probably wouldn't know that by looking at me, but I'm a little bit of a high energy, impulsive kind of guy that just does whatever at the whim of my thoughts oftentimes. And I realized that, and so now I said, you know what? I got to create something to guard me from my emotions. So I put this rule into my plan. Now, thirdly, the most important part of your plan. I don't even care what you write down. At some point, you just have to write some part of your plan down and just stick with it. There's nothing else I can tell you to do. But I'm telling you, no one that I know talks about this part of a trading plan. This is the part that is very, very specifically designed to make you follow your plan. And only the most real of you and the most honest of you will follow through with it. Only the real die-hard, real-life professional traders will do this. But those of you are the ones who are going to trade for the rest of your lives, and those are the ones who are going to make stupid money. You guys ready for it? Warren Buffett does things of this nature. Paul Tudor Jones does things of this nature. George Soros, Carl Icahn, Jesse Livermore did something like this. I do it. Here's the deal. Write the word pain in your trading plan. And the chat room is open, but I want you guys to, again, it's called real life trading. Be real with me. Be honest. What's one of the most horrific things you can imagine, pain-wise? Not like physical, like cutting off an arm or a leg. Don't go that far. But give me a food that you just cannot eat. I mean, you'll throw up if you eat it. It's like the most imaginable pain in your life. You cannot do it. Can't do it. See, for me, I said if I break any of the rules at any time, I will eat and consume Brussels sprouts and beets covered in mustard. I almost throw up when I read it. I almost throw up when I read that. True story. All right?
Should keep myself muted, but I can't stop laughing. I could hear it in your voice, just the sheer dread.
Angie, it's terrible. Angie, what is yours? Share with everyone your pain for breaking your rule.
Oh my gosh. It's not that disgusting, but for me, the ultimate in pain is not being able to have chocolate. So.
For how long?
For me, no chocolate. Well, it's a month.
A month with no chocolate.
It's absolutely.
It's impossible.
Horrible for me.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do that. It's not nearly as bad as this, but that's why me and Angie work so well together. We're chocolate lovers at heart.
Yeah, but your pain is your pain and mine is mine, and it's got to be an individual thing that hits home. You know, I talked with somebody a couple of weeks ago. She's not here tonight, but for her, she loves to shop. Not just for her, but for her family. And she said, my pain is not being able to go shopping for a month. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. This is the part that's personal, okay? This is the part that's personal, and I really want you guys to make it horrific. Here's one rule. Do not make it exercise. I know a lot of you guys will give me exercise. Exercise is good. I'm sorry. I know some of us don't like it. There's nothing I can do. Exercise is a good thing. All right? Exercise is not bad enough. I want something worse. Guys, pause for me for a second. Ladies, I'm talking to the guys for right now, okay? So ladies, you're not in this convo. This is me and the dudes. Gentlemen, what if you wrote down 3 months with no beer, no football, and no meat? Are you dead yet? Have you guys physically just died on me? No meat, no football, no beer for 3 months. Is that hardcore? Is that a pain that says there is no way I would do that? That is so unbearably horrific that there's no way I would do that. I got some of you, didn't I? I got some of you. So you are literally like vegetarian, non-football watching, non-beer drinking traders for 3 months. It's enough pain. Because exercise is not it, ladies and gentlemen. And you ready for this? I love you guys, but money is also not it. Losing money is not enough, I promise. You've got to go big. You've got to go strong. You've got to create something. And again, just if you need help with this, Real Life Trading absolutely offers private coaching. And I've had many, many coaching sessions where it's just me and another person just creating a trading plan. That's all it is. That's all we do. One trading plan, coaching session's done. Come up with a pain that's so unbearable. Let me give you guys a few ideas. And I'm not saying this is bad, but ladies, let me talk to you for a second, okay? Gentlemen, you're not listening, okay? It's just me and the ladies. I had one lady say that she'd invite her mother-in-law over for a one-on-one dinner. Just her and her mom-in-law. That one cracked me up when I heard that. I laughed. I have another student said she would not shave her legs for a month. I was like, oh boy. A little TMI right there, but okay. All right. I can do that. So I'm being honest with you guys. I have not eaten beets or Brussels sprouts in a very, very long time. Last time I ate beets was when I made a bet about JCPenney. And I realized something when I ate those beets. I realized that was one of the worst pains that I could imagine. And it was going to work perfect for my trading plan. So I could actually go 3 months without football. Crazy that sounds. I could. That's not painful to me. I could if I really needed to. I cannot eat beets covered in... Oh, gosh. Guys, I can't even almost read that. Not only do I hate mustard, but I hate beets. And not only do I hate beets, but I hate Brussels sprouts. And putting all three of those together, I would literally rather slide down a mile-long wooden slipping slide naked than do that right there. So all I'm saying is, come up with a pain that is so unbearable that you will not break it and you will not break your trading plan. You guys follow me? Type in a 1 if you are saying yes. Give me one if you're like, absolutely, I will do that. Because it's truth. I'm sorry, but that is how you follow your training plan. Is you make this pain so unbearable that you cannot... I mean, if I take a trade that I did not write down 24 hours in advance, Angie will know. And she will call me out, and she will destroy me with beats. She has that permission. She knows it. I can't do it.
I'd make it good too. Because I love beats.
Yeah.
I can do lots of different ways, Jeremy.
No, you can't. No one can make beats of any kind. It can't work. Okay? I've heard rumors out there that, I can make beats. No, you can't. You can't. No one can make beats even remotely good. Okay? Borscht has beats. I know Borscht has beats. I realize that. Can't happen. All right. Now, so we got past this. Here's the fun part. So in life, in love and liberty and the pursuit of happiness, pleasure is something that makes us happy. In life, people change for two reasons: to avoid pain or to get pleasure. And unfortunately, the majority of people change or do something to avoid pain. So, for example, let's say you're a full-time, you're a smoker, and you're like, you're a smoker and you smoke or whatever, which is fine. It's not, whatever. And one day you're like, your doctor says, if you don't stop smoking, you're going to have massive heart attack in 2 weeks. That's pain. You'll stop smoking. I have a cousin who is overweight. He's a lot older than I am and much bigger than I am. And the doctor literally told him, if you don't lose 300, if you don't lose he's fat. If you don't lose 250 pounds, he's a big guy. If you don't lose a lot of weight, you're going to have a massive heart attack and you're going to have diabetes. Pain. He lost the weight. Here's a big portion of your training plan is pleasure. Pleasure is when you actually follow your training plan. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have followed my training plan to a T for the last 3 months. Like a boss. For the last 3 months, I think I've did very, very well following my training plan. Have I made money? Yeah, I've grown my account about 10%. Which is good. It's not bad in 3 months. Grow my account about 10%, so from about 30,000 to about 33,000 and some change in 3 months' time. Is it about the money? Or is it about my plan? Can you guys read that for me? Yeah, it's about the plan. I don't care if I made any money. I could be $0 gain. $0. Nada. None. Zip. Zilch. Goose egg. What's a few other ones? Nada, zilch, goose egg, zip, squat. Zero, nil. There we go. That's a good one. Jack squat. Yeah. Diddly. That's a great one. My dad used to do that all the time. 9. Bottom line is 0. None. Okay? I wouldn't have cared if I just simply followed my trading plan. Guys, is it better to break even than lose money? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So the preservation of money is the win. Ladies and gentlemen, you can make this vague if you want to, but please have a good, pleasurable outcome for following your trading plan. Please do that. I have mine vague because I link giving as very, very pleasurable. To me, I heard some rule somewhere. I don't remember exactly where I heard this, but I've heard that giving is better than receiving. I've heard that before. And I link pleasure to giving. I do. So if I do well over my 3-month time period and I make money or whatever the case is, I will reward others and myself. I will give to others way before I give to myself. Presents, gifts, trips, vacations, whatever it might be. But that to me makes me immeasurably happy. A few years ago, before I knew it, I would go out and I would treat myself to, spa day / I go to a buffet afterwards, one of my favorite buffets, spa day, and just have a blast. But either way, big giant portion of your trading plan, okay? Big portion. So, pain and pleasure. You have a few very, very simple rules, and then you follow them. Who's ready to do that? Are you ready? Guys, that is that's it. That's your trading plan. It is that simple. It's that. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, because I am nowhere near a rocket scientist. I'm a University of Florida graduate, which doesn't say very much sometimes. So create the plan and follow it. Now, I'll get to the whimsical stuff. That's what one of my coaching students called it. He's like, dude, I don't even want to write the whimsical stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's whatever, man. You can do that. Whatever. That's cool. I can respect that. He's one of the nuts and bolts. Here's the whimsical stuff, if you want to call it that. I'm going to go a little deep for about 7 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, many people that I've met a lot of people through the graciousness and the abilities and the blessings that have been provided by others. I've met a lot of people. And there are a lot of people who link success with money. I think there's a massive difference from being wealthy and being successful. What do you guys think? Is there two different? That's my opinion, but do you guys think that's two different opinions? Because I know a lot of you here might not be the richest or the most wealthy people in the world, but a lot of you are very, very happy. Have you ever met someone who has no money? Who's very, very poor? Doesn't have two pennies to rub together, but they are massively successful. Like they love life. They have this exuberant energy that surrounds them. They're just like, oh wow, they have friends, they have family, people love them, people cherish them. They love life, and they're always happy, and they're never negative. They're like, whippy! They come into work, they click their heels. They're stoked every day, all the time, but they don't have any money. That's like my mother. My mother is not a very wealthy lady, or wasn't at least. I'm trying to help her out with that. But she, in my eyes, is the most giving. I don't know if this word is a word. Saintuous. Is that a word? Saint-like. Saintuous. She's incredible. I've never had one day in my life that has passed where she hasn't give something to herself and give something to someone and she did not expect that in return. Never. She's phenomenal. And most moms are like that, right? Many of our mothers, we all have mothers. So many of our mothers are angels. They always give, and they're always loving, they're always caring. And sometimes they're not wealthy, but they're just always the nicest person in the world. That's what success is to me. Success has nothing to do with money at all. Has nothing to do with money, ladies and gentlemen. If you think in order to be a success in life, in order for someone to remember you, you have to have money, let me prove it. I'm going to prove this. Now, I'm not very familiar with a lot of religious texts, but I am kind of familiar with a book called the Bible. And I remember very specifically, there's a tale about a widow. And how much money did she have? But yet, she's one of the few people mentioned in the Bible and spoke to Jesus Christ. Right? It's just phenomenal to me that she has no money, but yet her contribution was more than anyone else's because she was successful in her heart. Simple as that. So this is my rule for success, ladies and gentlemen. Success to me has nothing to do with money, has nothing to do with the stock market, crazily enough. I am even more insanely successful anytime I recognize an opportunity. It just makes me smile to read it. This means that regardless if I lose money on a trade, regardless if some crazy extenuating circumstance happens that I was not entirely prepared for, or someone causes hardship upon you, or whatever the case is, it does not matter in my mind. Money doesn't equal happiness. And we've seen celebrity after celebrity after celebrity in their life with more money than we can imagine because they're not successful in their mind. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying this to say, because this video is going to be watched by thousands and thousands of people from around the world. If you do not feel successful right now, that is in your own mind. You are successful. You can be successful right now. And here's the most beautiful thing of all. When you truly feel successful, money will follow you. Money will come. Fame will come. Whatever you want to come onto you will. If you want money, money will happen. Bob, am I right? Bob knows very well. Guys, gotta be, just be successful. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you. Be successful. And when you are successful, money will follow. I had a coaching student, this is a lady very, very near and dear to my heart. Very, very near and dear to my heart. And I asked her, do you feel successful in your trading? Very, very specific question. I said, do you feel successful in your trading? She's like, no. I was like, why? She's like, I haven't reached my goal yet. I'm like, what's your goal to be successful in trading? And you know what she said, ladies and gentlemen? She said, I want $100,000. I want $100,000. Then I will be successful. I'm like, $100,000, that's it? Okay. I was like, okay. Why not 200,000? And she said 200,000 was just too much. That was greedy. That was greedy. So every dollar in her trading account that she made, every trade that she made profitable, she would make $1 here, $1 here, $1 here, $1 here, $1 here, and then lose $9 on that trade. Not only because she didn't know risk mitigation properly, but also because she took her money too quickly every single time and then did not want to lose money because money meant to her success, but at the same time, every dollar she made, she was getting closer to being greedy. And so me and her had to sit down and I said, well, why not just be successful right now? Why worry about the stock market? Why does the stock market have any bearing on whether you're successful or not? And I will go ahead and tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. That particular person has transformed her life and her family's life in such a drastic percentage since we've had that conversation about a year and a half ago. It's not even fair. When I say that coyly, it is absolutely fair. Because she now feels successful. She got past the mental block that, oh, money is success. I have to make money in trading to be successful. No. No. All you have to do is truly feel successful. Now, from there, what about failure? Failure, we all know failure. My rule, and again, you're welcome to adopt this rule, I only believe in the illusion of failure if I'm unable to recognize the opportunity. So, ladies and gentlemen, how many times can I recognize an opportunity every single day? All the time? Yeah. All the time, every second of every day, unlimited. An opportunity to do what? I didn't even say an opportunity to do what. An opportunity. An opportunity to smile, an opportunity to hug, an opportunity to love, an opportunity in the stock market, an opportunity to call somebody. Just simply an opportunity. It does not even matter what the opportunity is. Failure can't even happen because anytime I do this, I automatically can't do this. Dunzo. And then this one. This is a huge one for traders. A huge one. Especially those who do not have a lot of money in their account. That's what I call wealthy. If you don't have tons and tons of money, that's okay. That's not the path that you're on right now. It's going to take time. And this was the biggest battle that I had to grip with. Because guys, losing the amount of money that I made, losing the amount of money I lost with the amount of money that I was making and the life I was living was not a good place to be. And one day I might tell you guys that whole story about everything that went down. I've been keeping an interesting portion out of it for specific purposes. But regardless, this time aspect to me, I needed it tomorrow. I wanted to become wealthy tomorrow. I wanted to become rich monetarily tomorrow. And so I was rushing every trade. I was rushing my analysis. I was rushing my learning process. I was rushing my experiences. And more importantly, I was rushing life to try to just to try to get money. When in reality, Chinese proverb, both the king and the pawn get put in the same box at the end. Why am I trying to get all of this money? Why am I rushing my life to get money? When in reality, time is all we have. This is my rule for time, and I read it every day. I'm a loving, generous, exceptional, amazing person all the time. Time is endless. All we have is time. There is no rush. And this is for me. Live your generous, exceptional, amazing, loving life, and do this for the happiness of others and yourself. Trading is a journey. You will likely never arrive. It is only on the worthy quest that we will discover the person we were created to be. So ladies and gentlemen, each one of you are here. Each one of you had to be created somehow. I don't care how. I'm not going to tell you how. This is not my place. Not my goal. I believe in many forms of creation. But bottom line, you are here somehow. Okay? And since you are, you had to be created somehow also. And for some reason. Maybe it's to love, maybe it's to give, maybe it's to help, maybe it's to build, maybe it's to inspire, maybe it's to motivate, maybe it's for all of that. But regardless, you are here for a reason, ladies and gentlemen, and trading is just a simple aspect. It's a simple modicum of life. Life. It's a simple aspect of trading. And it's what makes and builds and shapes us as long as we are real. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we created this company. And why our mission is to enrich lives. Because we truly feel that that's why we were here and why we were created. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this was beneficial. And I want to say thank you so much for giving me your time. Guys, you guys are just absolutely incredible. And I'm truly blessed every time you share your time with me and you share your experiences and your memories and your families and your knowledge and your information. I just want to say thank you. And that is a trading plan. That's how to create the trading plan. And that's how, if you want to make money in the market, all you have to do, guys, all you have to do is follow your plan. Because when you're consistent, you're disciplined. When you're disciplined, you become profitable. And when you become more profitable and you make more money and become more wealthy, it simply accentuates the person that you already are. So accentuate this person, the successful person. And if you need or want any help creating a trading plan, let us know. We're more than happy to help you. But I appreciate you attending and watching this video from wherever you are on the planet Earth. Maybe if you're in space already and watching this, I don't know. Maybe it's year 3047. Who knows? But regardless, I love you guys. You're phenomenal. Have a great evening. And if you ever need anything, let us know. And until then, love life, live life, and trade it. Welcome to Real Life Trading.